I can fit into the blazer or the top or the jumper or the jacket that I wore when I was 30 or 25 or 20. Yes!
Trust me, like, it's been tough. Really though, it's so nuts. Coming from a kid that wanted to end it, feeling low at so young. Having these thoughts quite sickening to.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ricky Ricardo from Rick Restricted. Boom. An article has been brought to my attention. The premise of the article was James Corden. He's joined Weight Watchers and he's done really well. He's definitely getting in shape, and you know, I commend him. Well done, James Corden. But the article was he wants to look like The Rock, and someone that lives his lifestyle, and I'm not saying that he's not busy, he's probably really busy, but the lifestyle he lives, the stresses are a bit different to normal people, right? Us working class individuals. He's obviously not working class, right? He's on TV, he's done movies, he's done shows, so he's done well for himself. So for him to aim that high, I guess that's in his circle of influence. It's something that he could achieve, right? And I hope he does. But you know, there's a double-edged sword with that, because for The Rock to look like The Rock, it's a little bit more than training and protein shakes and hard work and dedication, and I'll just leave that there, all right? But that's not really what I want to talk about. I'm not trying to do a natty or not. Now, my whole thing is setting realistic goals. Now, this is not me trying to crush anyone's dream, but this is me saying, if your end goal is to look like The Rock, what is your short term and medium term? If the long term is The Rock, have you set a short term and a medium term? Now, the reason why I say that is because if you don't continuously, consciously hit your milestone in a certain amount of time, you're going to be demotivated. So if your end goal is The Rock, and after a certain amount of time you're not looking rockish, you might be disheartened, you might lose interest, you might lose motivation. But this is where, if you set up a short term, so your first milestone, you know what the end goal is, but you're focused on the short term right now. So the short term is to not look like The Rock, is to get into a pair of jeans, right? So you're working until you get in a pair of jeans, then when you get in a pair of jeans, it's yes, I got into the pair of jeans, yes. Then the medium goal is to get into your suit you wore when you was 30 or 25 or 20, right? And then you're working up to that. And then when you get it, it's like, yes, I can fit into the blazer or the top or the jumper or the jacket that I wore when I was 30 or 25 or 20, yes. Then the next milestone after that can be The Rock, you know? But what I'm trying to say is, don't set yourself up. The whole point of this is just not setting yourself up to be disheartened, demotivated, or failure. Make it easy for yourself, or make it easier for yourself. You don't want the biggest obstacle to be you. You don't want the biggest reason why you don't achieve this is you. You don't want that. There's many other things that's going to trip you up, but you don't want the reason, or one of the reasons why you could trip yourself up is being unrealistic. Now, there are certain things in life where I'll say, you know what, be totally unreasonable, ignorant, and unrealistic. But with weight loss, depending on your association with food and depending on how you are when you're not achieving, when things aren't going the way that you want it to go, make it easier for yourself. Now, I agree, The Rock's in amazing shape, you know what I mean? I agree. And he is definitely someone that, you know, you could say, okay, I would want to look like. But to look like The Rock, there comes some extracurricular substances, yeah, which goes into building or forming that physique. So if you want to look like The Rock, there's some other things that you got to do, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying don't use these people as inspiration. Sometimes we need some inspiration. Sometimes we need that sun to look towards, to grow towards, you know? Sometimes we need that. We definitely do. But if that's the end goal, ask yourself, what's the short and the mid? What milestones are you putting in place to keep the motivation on high? Keep yourself motivated by any means necessary. However you got to stay motivated, stay motivated. But if you aim too high, it's so easy to be knocked off your pivot. Don't do that, guys. Anyway, I'm signing off, guys. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. Anyway, I'm signing out. It's your boy Ricky Ricardo from Unrestricted.
Trust me, like, it's been tough. Really though, it's so nuts. Coming from a kid that wanted to end it, feeling low at so young. Having these thoughts quite sickening to mention. Nearly broke, but rose up. Durable to the shot like suspension. Let me insert like a tendon. But first, can I get your attention? Show a hand in this place for attendance.